Gladiators, the challenge. Now, tonight's four contenders all represent the southern half of the United Kingdom and are amongst the fittest in the country. They have beaten over 23,000 people to be with us here tonight.
23,000 people. Unfortunately, we can only give out 4 prizes. But what prizes? Runners-up, a fantastic holiday in South Africa's Sun City, plus £1,000 spending money. And the winners, also £1,000 spending money and one of these fantastic four-wheel drive, off-the-road family vehicles. Not bad.
So there's a lot at stake. Let's crack on with the show. Let's meet tonight's female southern contenders. They are Rebecca Riggs
and Sarah Perrett. Come on, girls.
Oh, it's just 1 or 2 fans there for you tonight, Rebecca. Or shall I call you Becky?
Call me Becky.
All right. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a policewoman from Poole in Dorset.
Whoa! Wonderful part of the world. I bet your beat must be quite a quiet one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fairly quiet down by the seaside, but it has its moments.
I bet it does. Now, listen, tell us about your taekwondo achievement.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a black belt, second down in taekwondo, and I've just won 2 gold medals at European Championships.
Oh! I understand there are 1 or 2 people here from the Taekwondo Association of Great Britain, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We've got the Great Britain squad with us today.
Oh, fantastic. So you're feeling fit and psyched up for tonight?
I'm fit and raring to go. Can't wait.
Well, listen, we'll look forward to seeing you in the events. Let's hear it for Becky Riggs.
Okay, Sarah, this is the big one. Firstly, are you representing the north or the south?
I'm definitely representing the south of this country.
And what do you do in your spare time first, before you tell us what your work is?
In my spare time, I do scuba diving, ice hockey, I practice a bit of karate and kickboxing and bits and bobs.
So you're a pretty fit person.
I certainly am.
And what do you do, work-wise?
I'm a fitness instructor at the China Fleet Country Club.
Sounds like the whole club is here. Now tell us, you actually won some fitness competition. What was it, National Fitness? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I won the NFA, which is the National Fitness Association Miss Fitness Championships '96.
And what does that actually involve?
It's a cross between a bodybuilding competition and a type of aerobic competition where I do a bodybuilding round and show everything off to the audience.
Well, I've got to tell you all of those things you'll need tonight. Off you go, get yourself ready. Let's hear it for Sarah!
So while the girls get ready for their first event, let's meet the male southern contenders, Patrick Dale
and Emmil Watson!
2 banners up there for you, Pat. Tell us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a vet, and I come from Tring.
Oh, a vet. Oh, what sort of animals do you treat then?
We mainly deal with horses. We do dogs and cats, plenty of them.
Oh, I bet you do. Would you have any advice or any help for a wolf with a charisma bypass?
I certainly would. I spayed one recently. I could do the same thing.
Well, we'll look forward to that. So, Pat, tell us, I understand there's some very important people in the audience, your family. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've got my wife and child, and I've got another child on the way. It's about 7 months on.
Oh, how exciting. Well, let's hope it stays where it's meant to be until the very end of the show. Without the excitement, of course, who knows what that could bring on. Tell us a little bit about what sort of sports and things you like to do. I understand you've been doing some training in your shed.
Yes, my brother-in-law, Clive, actually made me a hand bike to attach to a girder on the ceiling of my shed. So I've been pedaling away on the old hand bike.
And there was something about some gravity boots as well, or something?
Yeah, I do bat impressions. I hang up by my ankles and do my sit-ups and work out that way.
Well, that's great. You sound crazy enough to be on Gladiators. Off you go and prepare for your first event. Pat Dale!
Emmil, you came down those steps looking so confident. Do you really feel like that? Hey, Flash, listen to the crowd. Listen to that crowd. I feel 1,000 feet tall, 15 feet wide. I'm ready, always ready. Thank God you really are. Tell us, what do you do for a living?
Well, unfortunately, I'm currently unemployed, but I feel fully employed here tonight. 23,000 people, 23,000 people. I'm standing here. What can I say? I am hyped to the max and I'm prepared.
And well, if you're not working, that must give you plenty of time to keep yourself fit. What do?
I run, I box, I fight. I'm a fighter by nature. I'm ready for the fight tonight. And everyone that supported me, sit back and enjoy. It's coming.
We'll sit back and we'll watch. Emmil Watson, off you go. Get yourself ready.
Another great bunch of contenders there. Well, the girls look ready and set for their first event, so let the games begin.
And with the blue balls is Sarah. And using the red is Becky. And guarding those 5 baskets are our gladiators, Laser, Vogue, and Lightning. Over to John Anderson. Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
And it's Becky into action. Oh, so's Lightning. Sarah eludes Laser. Can she convert it? Just fails. Explosive start by both girls. Becky goes wide. Not wide enough. Vogue slams her down. Sarah spun out by Lightning. Becky again. Oh, dunks it before the tackle. Sarah straight into Vogue. The lob lets her down. Becky's back. Oh, unloaded by Laser. Sarah again looking to find the gap. Oh, sandwich between Lightning and Vogue. Becky with a free run. 2 more. Thank you very much. The Glad's tactics found wanting. Becky wanting more points. Laser cuts her down. Sarah sees some space. Lightning bolts across. Becky back for a refill. Vogue, oh, denies her. Sarah, time running down. Laser faces her off. Becky with space. Oh, Lightning splatter with a shoulder charge. A complete accident. Lightning checks she's okay, and there's John Anderson's hooter. WPC Becky more used to charging people than being charged herself. Let's see it again. Well, she leaves Vogue flat-footed, finds space, and Lightning steams in sideways on. Becky shrugs it off, confident in the knowledge that she leads 6-0 after 1 event.
Okay, you've seen the ladies. Now, let's see the men. And using the blue balls is Emmil. And on the red is Pat. And guarding those 5 baskets is Trojan, Hunter, and the Ace.
Heavyweight trouble in triplicate, a combined weight of over 300 kilos of solid muscle. To counter it, Pat will be packing 82 kilos into his 1.82 frame. His opposite number, Emmil, stands a fraction shorter but weighs in with an extra kilo, and they'll need it.
3, 2, 1.
Pat sets off and gets off the mark. Blistering start at Ace's expense there. Emmil loads for a second run. Ace is there, so's Hunter. The ball's in the pot and his hat's on the deck. An amazing goal from Emmil. Elementary, my dear Watson. Well, the ref blows up to stop the play. An explosive start by both contenders. John Anderson informs Emmil of the time remaining, and Andy Norgate on hat check duty. Let's look at that incident again. Ace is covering, tackles hard. Hunter piles in, but somehow Emmil puts the ball in the basket and keeps his head on his shoulders.
46 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1.
Here comes the vet. Oh, neutered by Ace. Emmil, tremendous takedown by Trojan. Discards the dead ball. Pat back to pick another. Trojan secure and solid. Emmil throws away the ace, but Hunter deals out the punishment. Pat again. Ace with a tackle. Hunter in the sweeper's role. Trojan chews up his man and spits him out. Emmil trips up Pat, hardly a shambles at all. Pat with another go. Driven down by Hunter. Oh, well, back to square one. It shouldn't happen to a vet. Pat reloads. Oh, and Emmil sticks one to them, and so does Pat. 4-4 the score, and Emmil back for another. So's Pat, but the time will beat them. Amazing action, and Pat's poleaxed. But his wife and sister-in-law are cheering anyway.
Emmil, you will not get a harder game than that anywhere in the world.
Hey, Fash. Hard, fast, momentum. I am ready!
I think that means you're ready. Those boys, but they're fair. I think you'll agree they're fair.
Lovely guys off here, on. They really are gladiators. Respect where it's due.
Pat, how did you find that?
Fantastic. I trashed them good a couple of times.
Any bumps or knocks, anything serious before we go on?
No.
Good. John Anderson, come in and give us some scores, please.
Emmil, 4 points.
Emmil, 4 points.
Emmil, 4 points.
And Patrick, 4 points.
Patrick, 4 points.
Patrick, 4 points. As the guys make good their escape, let's just confirm that score draw, 4 apiece after one event. Let's take a tropical break.
Here's a first for me. I'm in the bunker. I need a good iron here.
That's what I thought.
What?
Look how crisp those shorts are. They're terrible.
A sand iron.
Oh. It's a nice T-shirt, though. T-shirt, get it?
Lightning?
I don't know, not me. You're the one that missed it. Oh.
I wonder if Nick Faldo has as much trouble with Sonny Farron. Fanny Son... His caddy, anyway.
Hey.
And the first up is Becky. And on the other side, it's Sarah. And they're going to be facing Vogue and Falcon.
Earlier, Becky told me what a fan she was of Gladiators.
On a Saturday night, I watched the Gladiators, and I'm actually there taking part in the show. When the contenders are up against the Gladiators, I want them to win so much. I start wriggling around on the sofa, trying to help them win. I get so bad that my mum has to restrain me and cuff me up to keep me under control.
I get the same feeling when I watch Richard and Judy.
2, 1.
Swing out, sisters. Up goes Sarah to pick up a point. And Becky comes away empty-handed. Sarah springs to the tower and baskets her bounty. The girls girding themselves for the second leap. Sarah up, touches a blue, but can't secure it. Becky a beat cop, not used to the flying squad though. Falcon ready to fly. Becky's still struggling with a recoil. Sarah again. Oh, kept out by Vogue. Becky's back on her tower. Vogue poised again. And the Glads need to time their takeoffs. Here come the contenders. Sarah scrumps a yellow. Sarah kept out by both Glads there, and Sarah chalks up another point. This event's certainly more her cup of tea. More points will make it even sweeter. Here she comes. Oh, a yellow just out of reach. Becky has a go. Hasn't got the bounce to evade the pounce of the Gladiator. Falcon back to her nest. And they won't get time for another scoring swing. Sarah's launched herself, but John Anderson calls it a day for this one. And that picture really sums up Becky's sad experience on Swingshot. 2-0 to Sarah. There's her mother, Christine, and her brother, Jason. Reviewing the action, Sarah had plenty of swing, and her timing was impeccable. Yanks the yellow from under the Falcon's beak and flies off with the prize to pop her second point. After 2 events, Becky stays on 6. Sarah off the mark with 2.
Straight on to the men. And on his platform is Pat. And next door is Emmil. And they're going to be facing the Hunter and the Wolfman. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Bounce out, brothers. Emmil takes to the air, and Pat soars to the summit, picks a red, and Emmil's got himself a yellow. Superb swinging from Pat. Looked like the vet quelled the wolf with a dart gun. And he still looks wobbly. Emmil jumps again, takes a blue, oh, lets it slip, and the backup team helping Pat up the tower, but he's losing valuable time. Still can't put his red in the bank. Emmil again. Oh, robbed of the points by the huntsman. And this has to be the longest time it's taken to bank 3 points in the history of Swingshot. Oh, it's there at last. Here comes Pat for a second swing. He's as high as the blues, but brings nothing back with him. And Wolf looking a little swing rusty. Emmil's actually in the basket now as Pat swings again. He's high, easily beats the Wolf, but can't pull another red. Emmil launches himself. Oh, and poor timing from Hunter. Free swing just out of range. Pat with a free one there. Wobbles the red, but can't snatch it. Emmil with the last jump. He'll have to be quick. Oh, Hunter with the intercept, snaffles a yellow, but it won't count. A low-scoring swing shot, but not without incident. My man of the match was the Hunter with some great intercepts. Some of the fans bemused by Pat. Well, he started with such promise, head and shoulders above everyone else to grab a red, but he still stole the win with one leap. 3 events to go. Pat has 7, Emmil has 5.
2 events gone, 3 to go. But don't go away. Join us here after the break on the Gladiators. Hurrah! So, welcome back and moving on into our next event. And first up to run the zone is Becky. And she's going to be against her Zodiac. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready!
Weights and measures-wise, Becky presents a difficult target for Zodiac, a 1 metre 68 frame supporting 57 kilos.
2, 1.
The policewoman from Poole begins her beat, a point for every station. The crossbow first. Oh, good shots, just off target and back into the firing line. Bazooka next. Becky calm under pressure. Oh, so close again. The crowd rooting for Becky shooting. Oh, Zodiac picks her off in no man's land. A danger zone disaster for Becky. Zodiac waggles her fingers. Judy and Chris, her mum and dad, disappointed. A rerun reveals the WPC cops one to the leg.
Next up to face Zodiac is Sarah.
And Sarah presenting a marginally bigger target, 4 centimetres taller than Becky and 9 kilos heavier.
Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
Zodiac, a demon sniper, already got the range of Sarah. Sarah with the crossbow. And a good effort. Oh, the whistle's gone. She must have been hit. Zodiac's waggling, she thinks so. Mum and Dad, Christine and Brian look puzzled. Let's see it again. Yes, clearly a glancing snapshot to the arm, which means that Zodiac sharpshooting prevents both girls from putting much on their scores. Becky 8, Sarah 3.
And the first of our male contenders is Patrick. And he's going to be facing the man we all love to hate, the Wolfman. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiator ready! 3, 2, 1.
It's the Wolf versus the Vets. Patrick successfully muzzled the dog of war on Swingshot, makes it to the crossbow, launches the bolt, oh, way off target. Wolf gunning for Pat as he makes it to the bazooka station. This has to be the only time in his life that Wolf is trying to get a pat on the back. Rocket launcher next. Primed. And ready. Oh, just wide of the mark. Sprints for the water. Oh, he's got him. My, what big eyes you've got, Mr. Wolf. Pat's wife Helen and daughter Charlotte there, and a person with a homemade banner. The replay reveals that Wolf takes him out with a shot to the ankle.
Is Emmil.
Well, everyone's got their own philosophy about what makes a good contender. Here's Emmil's.
Apparently I'm told that all gladiator games are about power and size. Not so. It's about speed, strength and stamina. right here in front of you. Take a look where it all begins, where it all ends. So I look forward to seeing you guys, and girls, of course, very, very, very soon. See ya.
Not if Wolf sees you first.
3, 2, 1.
Emmil drives that power-packed physique into the danger zone. First, the crossbow. Off target. Oh, a salvo of balls from Wolf. Next station, the bazooka. The long-distance weapons, highly accurate, but in this case, inaccurately high. Scampers off. Onto the rocket launcher. Very fast on the flat then. Lets it fly. Oh, that was close. Emmil too fleet of foot to be caught by the Wolf so far. Final weapon, the mortar. Oh, off target and low and left. Now a sprint from the tunnel. The points are beckoning. Oh, he's safe. Home and dry. Emmil Watson escapes from the danger zone unscathed and with 5 points, but it could easily have been 10. Emmil nearly gave the Wolf a rocket when his missile flew inches from the target. So, after 3 events, Patrick moves to 10. Emmil joins him there. Let's get back to the sun.
Volleyball was invented in 1895 by a man called William Morgan at the YMCA in Holyoke, Massachusetts. A volleyball team has 6 players on each side.
The great thing about volleyball is that it's a team game. You all have to work really hard together. We use it to establish team coordination for gladiator events, like hit and run and powerball. It's a good cardiovascular workout and helps quicken your reflexes. Also, there's a lot of jumping because this centre net is 8 foot high for men and 7'4" for women. But it's easy if you're a 6-foot gladiator with another 6-foot gladiator on your back. Yes!
Well done, man. Good. Beautiful.
And first up to run the gauntlet, it's Becky. And tonight she's facing Rio, Rebel, Laser, Panther, and Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Becky into battle. Oh, swings past Rio. Rebel detains the policewoman. But Becky escapes and still on the run. Laser with the barricade. Next comes the power pads of Panther. A run of under 20 seconds will score 10. Falcon, the back marker, doing enough to deny Becky the maximum. Falcon a law unto herself in there, but Becky heaves herself through. Half fair cop could have done with a blue flashing light in that round.
That looked incredibly painful, and I mean, if that's how you run your beat down in Dorset, then God help your criminals. That was fantastic.
That was very painful. They are very strong girls, and I took everything out of me to get through them. All credit. Did well. But I'm chuffed to bits, I got through in the end.
You certainly did. Let's just find out what your time was. Andy Norgate.
24 seconds, 5 points.
5 points. Well done, Becky.
Andy with the score, her fans with the roar.
Next up against the dream team, it's Sarah. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Miss Fitness sets off for a workout to work out how to get past 5 glads in 20 seconds. Rebel with the pads. Next, Laser. She knows how to handle a ramrod. And Sarah on the up. Oh, being pinned by Laser. Next is Panther, double-fisted mauling from the cat there. Falcon next. Can she contain her? No, she can't. Looks like 5 to me and to her boyfriend, Warren.
Sarah, that really was a fantastic run. Once again, I mean, they made you pretty mad.
Oh, that made me very mad when they came at me like that. I just had to get to that end.
You've been very angry indeed. Let's see where your anger got you.
22 seconds, 5 points.
5 points, well done!
Well, after being knocked from pillar to post, at least they're both in the points. Rebecca lucky 13, while Sarah's on 8.
And first up to run the gauntlet, it's Patrick! And tonight, he's facing Saracen, Trojan, Cobra, the Wolfman, and Rhino!
Well, why would contenders want to put themselves through all this? Let's ask Patrick.
Right, why did I want to do Gladiators? I wanted to do Gladiators because I've spent too many evenings sat in on a Saturday night. It's been raining, I've been on duty, and I think I want more. I've watched the television, I see these people doing these physically demanding but very exciting games and think, I want to be doing that, and all I've got to do is write a letter, get out of my armchair and do it. And you can do it. You can do it. Get up. Get up out of your armchair and write that letter because it's just good fun.
Well, you said you could do it when you wrote in. And there'll be few creature comforts for the vet to look forward to. Pitches in against Saracen. It's a dog's life for the Pat at the moment. Oh, out of Saracen and into Trojan. Plenty of horse sense from Trojan. Saddling Pat with another problem. Into the Cobra. Oh, sneaks round the snake. Wolf. Oh, Pat sends him packing. Rhino the back marker. Time ticking down, and just for a change, the vet being put down. He's there. And there's the whistle. Mandy, his sister-in-law, on her feet.
I really didn't think you were going to make it through.
I don't think I did. I feel like I'm dead.
That was very, very tough indeed, wasn't it?
Tell me, did I do it?
Let's find out. Andy Norgate, let's find out what the time was.
25 seconds, 5 points.
5 points!
Yes, and Pat's happy with that. Oh, and still plenty of energy left to go to his supporters. There's Mandy and his pregnant wife, Helen. Don't squeeze too hard, mate.
Next up against the mean machine, it's Emmil! Over to you, John.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
He runs, he boxes, he'll have to run fast and box clever in this event. Saracen can't stop him, Trojan can't trouble him. Cobra puts the skids on though. Wolf is next, being driven backwards. Here's Rhino, ferocious parry by Rhino, and again, but still Emmil's back for more. Rhino pinning him down. Will the ref stop it? Emmil's over, he's there, right on the 20th second. I'd have reckoned Emmil Watson.
Vegetarian. Heard about turbo power? Carrot power. Easy.
Let's just get your timing from Andy Norgate here and find out what the time was.
20 seconds. Exactly.
So, point-wise, what will that mean? 10 points!
Eat your heart out, Al Jolson. Andy Norgate tells it like it is. And that puts Emmil straight into the lead. Reliving the action, Emmil is remarkable in this gauntlet, makes a mockery of the Wolf, that doesn't take much, then takes a tremendous pounding from Rhino, but he won't take no for an answer, drives on, and John Anderson looking for evidence of pinning, but Wisley plays the advantage. After 4 events, Patrick moves to 15, Emmil charges to 20. Let's head back to the tropics.
The sport of tennis was invented in England in the 19th century. Now, the idea of getting the ball over the central net and the scoring system comes from a game devised in France 700 years earlier called real tennis.
The real in real tennis actually means royal. The only court still in use is at Hampton Court Palace, and that was installed by King Henry VIII.
Now, the thing about playing tennis not only keeps you physically fit, but it helps keep the mind sharp too, and helps develop better hand-to-eye coordination.
Yes!
Nice.
Because it's a non-contact sport, the chance of injury is lessened. You've still got to be careful, you know, especially when jumping the net. Isn't that right, Wolf?
Yes!
Cannot be serious.
First up, it's Becky.
let's have a look at the power behind the push. The long and short of it is that Laser stands 1.88 m tall, 70 kilos in weight, while your Falcon is 1.70 m and 3 kilos lighter.
3, 2, 1.
Becky on the bridge, 2 points for each successful traverse. Oh, superb evasive action by the cool policewoman. Back for another cannonball run. Her timing is immaculate so far. 2 more. Third go. Fair cop's not caught one yet, and I think she might have the measure of this bridge work. 2 more. Onto the 4th bridge. It really is the green cross code. Stop, look, listen, and only cross when it's safe to do so. 2 more. Time for one last run across the span to success. There's nothing to touch Rebecca Riggs on that bridge, least of all these demolition balls. That's it, 2 more. And she's 10 to the good, and the crowd love her. Becky cool and in complete control. Who'd have thought a WPC would be so good at the dodgy stuff, but she conquered.
Next up to face our Gladiators, it's Sarah!
23,000 people tried out for Gladiators this year. Why was Sarah one of the successful ones?
At the tryouts, I didn't think it would be that easy. I think I was running on pure adrenaline. The guy actually came over to check my treadmill because I was singing to the backing music. I was running so comfortably and so relaxed. When I get into the show, after each event, I'm going to be singing too. Another one bites the dust? Not.
Well, obviously, singing was not one of the prerequisites. Sarah makes sure her helmet's there and sets off across the high-tension suspension bridge, copying Becky's technique of weighing it up rather than just wading in. Nips lively to the platform for 2, back for more to beat the swing. 2 points. Third run. Any one of those demolition balls can make that bridge her Waterloo, but the balls do seem to be lacking venom up there. Here comes her 4th crossing. This event spans 30 seconds, and this could be her last run. Dodges the conflicting traffic. She's going for a 5th, but the time will beat her. Told ya. Sarah scores 8 without much to trouble her up there, it has to be said. There's Jim Bowen, pretending to be her dad, Brian. After all that ducking and diving, Becky moves up to 23 and Sarah to 16.
So we now move into the men's event with Patrick. And he's going to be facing Saracen and Ace. Hunter and Warrior.
Well, they may talk rubbish sometimes, but you can't rubbish their stats. The genial giant, 1.96 m high and 124 kilos hefty. This second of our hunks in trunks, the Huntsman. He stands 1.90 m and tips the scales at 106 kilos.
Contender ready! Contender ready! And he goes ready!
Ace and Saracen strong and thankfully more silent. Pat steams across the bridge like a train. Just stays out of trouble to score 2 back again, and he's going for it. He fears no sphere. Back again, parries them away. Pat living on the edge just makes it. 4th run, playing all his bridge cards right so far. Taking some hits but keeping his wits. 8 points. Sprints again. Oh, takes a face for the ball, but scores again. He won't budge from the bridge. Back into the fray. 10 points under his belt and a clear run for 12. Time almost up. He may as well call it a day, but he's back. Oh, a face full of demolition balls sends him flying, and that was a bad fall. Legs over the neck. He looks in pain. John Anderson calling for medical assistance. His wife, Helen, concerned, as are we all. Mandy with her. It looked a nasty fall. But Pat with a strong physicality to match his personality. He really took the bridge by storm, sprinting on his last run. Hunter's ball stings him, but Warriors blows him away, and it was that fall that did the damage. Pat surrounded by medics, but looks to be getting up. Helen pleased to see that. His brother Peter in yellow there. Pat having his lumbar region examined. He's moving, but with some discomfort. Let's sincerely hope this doesn't prevent him from competing still further. With just the eliminator ahead of him, he's come this far so superbly well. Saracen grassing up Warrior there. Big smile from Pat and a bigger one from Helen. Let's find out how he is.
Well, Pat, that was a very fast game up until the moment when You fell off. You had a very nasty fall.
Yeah, I was having such fun too. Yeah, I fell off. I hit my neck, but my legs came back over. I've done nothing. I'll be in the eliminator. Don't worry.
We certainly hope so. There is some absolutely fabulous news, though. You picked up 12 points. Does that make you happy? Go see your family and get yourself some treatment. Let's hear it for Patrick.
Well, it hurts, but he's happy. A very courageous guy, clearly in a lot of pain. His wife relieved he's okay. But Gladiators producer Ken Warwick obviously still concerned about his condition. Pat chanced on one last crossing, nearly there when Hunter and finally Warrior blasted him from the bridge. And even for such a fit, supple guy, that was a bad fall.
Next up to face our Gladiators, it's Emmil. Over to Johnny.
Contender
Well, Patrick leads by an overall 7 points at the moment, but Emmil emanates confidence. Back for more. He's got the speed and the timing. Clocks up 4 points. Back again. Oh, takes it from Saracen, Hunter and Warrior, but brushes them aside. Fourth go. Oh, takes a faceful from Ace, but lands on the platform, brings his total to 8. Let's hope this doesn't finish up a bridge of size for Emmil. Chalks up another couple. Crossing again. Takes another ball, but still won't fall. Emmil again. Oh, takes a 1-2 from Saracen and Hunter. Oh, cannon onto the bridge, but there's the hooter. Emmil evaded the flag to blow the bridge up with that devastating footwork. A claim from the crowd, please. Well, on his final run, he soaks up one from Saracen. Hunter unloads another, and Warrior adds insult to injury, but he still won't budge from the bridge. After 5 events, Patrick storms to 27, Emmil to 32.
We're going to set up for the eliminator, so join us after the break for more action here on the Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham, where it's eliminator time in our Southern Heat. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard. In the women's event, Sarah's on 16 points, Becky's on 23 points. That's a 7-point difference, giving Becky a 3.5-second head start. Ash.
Well, Becky, not much, is it? Almost even Stevens.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds isn't much, and it can be easily caught up, so I'm just going to keep my head down and go as fast as I can.
And are you focused? You're concentrated? You've psyched yourself up?
Yeah, I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. How are you feeling?
I've reserved a lot of my energy for this game. I know this one makes the difference and you can catch up.
Good, we'll see how you get on. Both girls, wish you all the best. Over to John Anderson.
Becky, you will go on my first whistle. Sarah, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Becky Riggs sets out, highs and lows. Here comes Sarah Perrett. Becky, the policewoman, versus Sarah, the fitness instructor. And Becky getting herself caught in the bungee jungle. It's tied up so many contenders in the past. The lead slips away. Sarah claws back 3.5 seconds and emerges first. There's Becky's Auntie Cindy. Becky up the rope. Looks to have sorted herself out. Back on terms. Onto the grueling hand ladder, suspended above the Valley of Death. Sarah's mum in good voice. Sarah finishes the ladder first across the rollers and opening up another lead. Both girls chasing victory for a place in the Southern semi-finals. Sarah's boyfriend Warren giving it plenty. And there's John, Becky's bloke. The girls also looking to beat the current fastest eliminator record of 1 minute 16.3 seconds for a chance at the grand £1,000 prize. Warren screaming encouragement. Sarah along the gantry to the zip. That lead growing inch by inch as she takes the ride on the slide. Splashes down. Becky on the zip, the balance beam and the travelator lie in wait. There's Auntie Cindy with Chris and Judy, Becky's mum and dad. Sarah on the balance test. Looks confident. Becky just behind. Sarah's mum going ballistic. Up the travelator. Has she got it? Yes, she has. Oh, no, she hasn't. Here comes Becky, right behind her. A nanosecond in it. Oh, yes, she's done it. Sarah's there. Amazingly close. Warren's on his feet, so Sarah's brother. A credit to the Dorset Constabulary, a credit to Gladiators.
Yes! I knew it didn't make a difference. I needed that louder and they gave it to me. They gave it to me.
You're never going to have anything as close as that again.
That was very close. I knew I had it when I was coming over up the rope. And then I saw it behind me on the cargo net. And I just went for it.
But you nearly lost it on the travelator. You nearly lost it there.
I wasn't going to lose it there. Too close for me.
Well done, here's your medal. Let's get it over your head. Go off and thank all your supporters and your family. Let's hear for Sarah!
Well, Becky, you don't need me to tell you that you missed it by so very little.
Yeah, I got caught up really badly in the elastics. Couldn't find my way through. And as I said, it can easily be caught up. And that's the way it is. Before I go, the crowd were absolutely brilliant. Best crowd. Really cheered me on and brought me up, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. All credit to Sarah.
Well, it's been great having you on the show, and here's a little medal to prove that you've been with us. And, the best of luck in Dorset and the best of luck with your taekwondo. Let's hear it for Becky!
To the victor, the spoils. But the runners-up posse, a sea of smiles. And there's a proud mum. Well, a look at the finish will tell us that Sarah Perrett's eliminator time is no threat to the current record held by Sarah Dam. Back in the arena, more drama unfolding. Here comes Pat Dale with Ken Warwick. That back injury looks to have prevented his chance to compete in the eliminator. An emotional time for wife Helen. Pat and Ken tell Ulrika what the decision is.
Who's got tissue? A
Pat's
tissue.
mum Maureen in the cap there. Helen witnessing these amazing scenes. And it doesn't take me to tell you that this is not going to be good news. These guys put their heart and souls into this.
You'll be fine.
An emotional time for everyone.
Right. I'm sorry. Poor Gascoigne, didn't it? He got away with it.
Helen's realised Pat's Gladiator's dream is now over. She and Peter with a standing ovation.
Now, Patrick, as we all saw, you hurt yourself very, very badly indeed, falling off the hit and run. What have the doctors said to you? And where's your injury?
Basically, I haven't got anything orthopedic. I've got a bad muscle injury, and they've given me some local anaesthetic, and I've really tried to go on, but I can't do anything.
Well, as you can tell, you have a lot of support here tonight. Your family and your friends are here. They've been supporting you throughout. You've come a long way. You've beaten over 23,000 people to be with us here. And I hope you've had a good time up until now, and we'll be very, very sorry to let you go.
I've had the time of my life.
Well, maybe you'll have the opportunity to perhaps come back another year.
You keep me away.
Oh, we won't. We certainly won't keep you away. And here's a medal, despite the fact you didn't finish the eliminator. Let's hear it for Patrick Dale. Well done.
Well, sometimes life can be cruel. Consolation from Emmil Watson. There's Mandy, Pat's sister-in-law, and the face says it all. And sympathy for Helen.
Emmil, although you go through to the semi-finals here on Gladiators, you will be running up against the clock. And of course, this year, the fastest eliminator time overall stands the chance of winning £1,000. Does that appeal to you?
The £1,000 appeals to me greatly. I'm probably slightly subdued. This is not the way I wanted to actually go through. I'm glad I'm going to go through, but if I get the fastest time, perhaps we can donate some of it to Pat's kids. They can go on a trip or something.
That's very, very generous indeed, and I can understand now that you must be feeling a little bit psychologically, it's kind of put a bit of a dampener on things, but everybody in this arena are going to be rooting for you and egging you on, and John Anderson and Andy Norgate will be there with the clock. So the very best of luck. Let's hear it for Emmil.
You will go on my whistle. 3, 2.
Well, this is the strangest sight I've ever seen. Running on his own. The chase is on. The time to beat, 1 minute 9.3 seconds. That's the current fastest eliminated time, posted by kickboxing world champion, the great Buster Reeves. Emmil battled through the elasticated rope made from the gussets of Wolf's old Y-fronts onto the rope like an over-enthusiastic bell ringer. The eliminated course really is about for whom the bell tolls. Pat Willingham on as Emmil piles on the pedal power. Picks up his rhythm, burning up the oil of that gearing. Gives new meaning to the expression, on your bike. Next comes the concentric rolling logs. Emmil legs it on the logs. Then onto the nets. The astonishing climb to the gantry. Pat's exerting nearly as much energy as he would have done taking part. The entire crowd behind this fitness fanatic from the south of England. Emmil could have made a meal of the net, but gets the job done. The clock ticks on, relentless and regardless. Emmil on his slide down, but the record slipping away. Oh, he trips on the splashdown, takes a face full of crash mats into the graveyard, so called because it's littered with ghosts of so many fallen contenders of the past. Pat urging Emmil up the travelator, but the record has eluded him. A great solo effort and a great time nonetheless. 1 minute 16.4, the fourth fastest eliminator this season.
Emmil, congratulations. I don't know what time it was, but that was fast. Vash, hey, more to come. Everybody, if you think you can do this at home, come here. Real thing, game on. Thank you all very much. And have you enjoyed it? Yeah! And let's call Ollie in. Ollie?
Well, Emmil, the good news is that eliminator was run by you in 1 minute and 16 seconds.
Whoa!
I can't get this thing over your head. And that's for you today, and here's Pat to say goodbye to you too. Let's hear it for our contenders!
Pat and Emmil, come on! Well done, guys!
Both Emmil and Pat awarded the DSG, the Distinguished Service to Gladiators medal, and you won't see two more deserving contenders. Emmil Watson and Patrick Dale. Between them, they look like a mobile florist.
Well, Fash, it's very sad indeed to see Patrick lose in such a way, especially with such great support behind them as well.
But Ollie, the whole show's been full of ups and downs.
It certainly has, and it always is with Gladiators. Of course, you can join us for more action here on Gladiators!
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Do you fancy another one? Oh, go on then, just because it's you. More from Gladiators in just a few moments. Well, over on Pick next, they're heading down under to meet the guys defending the borders in Nothing to Declare.